Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this because everybody is talking about this once again. I'm putting this nonsense to bed once and for all. Satoshi is not Dr. C.S. Wright. Anyone with a quarter of a brain cell would know that by now. Satoshi is Joel Katz, former NSA made to sign an NDA, 1988. Dr. C.S. Wright, born 1970, would have been 18 with 0 patents filed. He goes on to say, Bitcoin was 18th of August 2008. Just 7 days before Joel Katz's patent was stopped because of funding issues. NSA, CIA had a juicy new asset, Bitcoin, which was tested and used for corruption back in 2008, dark web, before being released to the public first time on January 9th, 2009. And even John McAfee knew. He says Satoshi is and always has been the only person it ever could be. Joel Katz, the time is now. But David Schwartz says this, I certainly could have been part of Satoshi. Nearly everything Satoshi did is within my capabilities. But sadly, I didn't find out about Bitcoin until 2011. Do you believe David Schwartz? Or do you think David Schwartz is the creator of Bitcoin? My honest opinion, I think it's David Schwartz. I think he's just not allowed to talk about it. It seems lawyers always like to keep David Schwartz quiet. It even happened around the Ripple case as well. But what's your opinion? Put it in the comments section down below. Important clarification regarding XRP price appreciation with David Schwartz evidence. XRP's price appreciation has nothing to do with XRP's ecosystem. Over time, as Ripple becomes has more adoption, demand increases, which leads to an increase in price. Now you know. That comes from smoke. And you know, I said that for so long now. I said the reason there's no price movement is because we don't have enough demand yet. But that demand is coming. You see how the banks talk about XRP and Ripple. You see how partners of Ripple talk about RippleNet and XRP as well. That's why I always said you're holding the future. It's like holding a winning lottery ticket, just waiting to cash in when you hold XRP. Partnerships are key. The most effective way to facilitate widespread usage of digital assets like XRP was to partner with other tech firms that accesses millions and billions of users. And you know, those partnerships are important, and those partnerships, they're building out and growing as well, forming a massive network. And even in yesterday's video, when I asked you all, do you think Ripple is suppressing the price of XRP? A lot of you agreed with me and said that they're keeping the price stable to attract more partnerships, attract more financial institutions. And that's what I think is really going on right now. Appreciate Rep. Brian Donalds for his leadership in acknowledging the pivotal role digital assets will have in shaping the global digital economy. Take a listen to this.
My concern in digital assets is not the bad actions that may occur using digital assets, the tool to execute them. That happens in any part of our financial system. Frankly, it's a part of just life. I think the other concern is, do we use this new technology and do, unfortunately, what Washington tends to do, over-regulate to effectuate an outcome and stifle the industry, frankly, in its infancy?
And that's where we are. You are very lucky to be holding crypto right now. It's in its infancy. The big institutions are just getting involved with crypto. And most of us have been here for years. We beat institutions here. We beat enterprise to crypto as well. And, here in the United States, our government, when they come out with crypto regulations, I'm telling you, 99% of crypto is going to be gone. And what we're left with is going to be the winning cryptocurrencies. XRP is going to be one of them. And, that time is coming this year. And people could deny it all they want, that regulations aren't going to happen until 2027, 2028 in the United States. Bullshit. Those regulations are coming in 2024. You could see it all happening right now, the way that they talk about regulations. And this is what I'm waiting for as well. Addressable market size for tokenization. Real estate plus bonds plus funds plus equity equals $929 trillion, almost a quadrillion, to be tokenized possibly over time. Don't let it go over your head. And tokenization is going to pick up this year, and that is a massive market, and it's just getting going. And as all that value comes to these networks, and like the XRP ledger, it's going to add so much value to XRP, and it's going to happen so quick, and nobody's going to see it coming. And they're always going to say, well, XRP is just following the rest of the market right now. It's going to pull back. Not when you're holding this much value on the XRP ledger. It's going to move up in price, and it's going to stabilize as well along the way, because utility is going to be driving the price when that happens. U.S. CBDC digital dollar discussions underway. Will XRP fit in? And I can't believe that people aren't talking about this more, because the U.S. is definitely working on a CBDC in the background. According to a Forbes report, I mentioned this in a video yesterday, closed-door meetings are underway, as confirmed by sources in a recent meeting between Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell and Democrats in the U.S. House Committee on Financial Services. Per the report, Powell told the Democrat members that Congress approval is ultimate in the push for a digital dollar. Conversations bordering on CBDCs are crucial in the global monetary landscape, with central banks projecting new ways to embrace alternative currencies. Now, they can't assure you that XRP is going to be used inside the United States. Me personally, I know Jerome Powell has hinted at Ripple multiple times in the past, and I know that they're going to utilize RippleNet technology. It's the best solution out there. Plus, they're going to need XRP for that on-demand liquidity once the banks start to fall apart. But I've been saying this for a while. The U.S. in the background is working on a CBDC, and they're going to push that out in 2024. That's why Jerome Powell is having backroom meetings. I still think the Treasury is going to make the announcement, though. I think the power is going to be pushed from the Fed to the U.S. Treasury, because that is what makes sense. What is that special word again? Anyone know? Take a listen to this.
So the transfer of assets with Ripple may be more suitable for payment transfers with blockchain. Do you think it's for different types of assets?
Well, I think that this is one of the other distinctions between the two designs. Blockchain technologies are single-purpose databases. They can only confirm transactions in one asset class or one denomination. Ripple is a general-purpose database. It's just simply a spreadsheet. Anything can go in it, and we can denominate it in just about anything. So airline miles, loyalty points, G10 currencies, gold, stock certificates, options, derivatives, anything of value can go inside of the Ripple ledger, which is very different than the way the blockchain technologies are designed and what they really, frankly, can enable.
So there you have it. He just told you pretty much that XRP ledger can hold anything of value, and that is absolutely game-changing, because all that value as it comes onto the ledger is going to add value to XRP, and that is how we are going to get rich. One of the most influential strategic partnerships of the Pan-African payment and settlement system is Ripple partner Onafrique, formerly MFS Africa. Fast and affordable money transfers across Africa in local currency, QR. And this is important because now you see it listed there with the BIS as well. Pan-African Payment and Settlement System. Ripple also listed, Swift listed. And this shows you how big this actually is because the BIS already knew this last year. And look at how big Ripple is going in Africa right now. But this right here is why it's important. In Western countries, this is what many crypto investors are not seeing. Much of the global South isn't burdened by a traditional financial infrastructure like the West has used for the last century at minimum. And what's going on is they had no access to a bank account for years. And all of a sudden, here comes Ripple with an option. And what do you think is going to happen? They're going to utilize RippleNet and XRP because it's fast, cheap, and secure. And it levels the playing field, which is also part of the new financial system. And Ripple is doing this all around the world. Stellar's doing this as well. That's why I said when I talked about the IMF and backed stable coins, they have to be at a stable value when they're moving the world's money. Not like they're going to be sitting at $1 pegged to $1. It's going to be high valued stable coins moving value on a daily basis. Just the Federal Reserve Bank letting us know that they are preparing for a global money shock to U.S. banks via stress test and even marking the banks currently the most at risk. Like I said, the banks are in trouble. And look at the banks that are on this list. Bank of America, Barclays, Citigroup, Credit Suisse Holdings USA. I know I said that wrong. DB USA Corporation. The Goldman Sachs Group, JP Morgan Chase, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo and Company. The banks are in trouble, and I think Basel III is going to be the final nail in most of these banks' coffin. But I think they're somehow going to find a way to get out of this. And I think the way out of this is through crypto, XRP, and that on-demand liquidity. But the Fed is pretty much warning you on a daily basis on what's going to happen next. And the banks are definitely in trouble. And that's why I'm always urging you to not trust the banks. A digital euro could simplify and unify how we pay digitally in Europe, online and offline, and offer new opportunities for businesses that handle payments. Our colleague Georgina explains its benefits for companies managing payments. So they're going full steam ahead with the digital euro. And a lot of people don't like the idea of it at all. A digital euro sounds desirable because it has the word digital in it. But for once, it is not. Even if today's government promises to protect the privacy of its citizens and really means it, there is no guarantee that future governments will be benevolent. A surveillance system is coming. And everybody knows this. And that's why I said, even here in the United States, if they're going to push out a digital dollar, I would like to see privacy laws put in place ahead of a CBDC. But that would only protect us for so long. Eventually, we will get a new administration, and all of a sudden, through an executive order, they will use the CBDC as surveillance. I don't trust any politicians, is what I'm telling you. Just in, fallout from Trump persecution continues. Shark Tank mogul Kevin O'Leary is done investing in the state of New York. I would never invest in New York now, and I'm not the only one saying that. Now, we already knew New York's commercial real estate market was in trouble. And I think what they did to Trump, whether you like Trump or not, it wasn't right in any way. And I think other investors are now realizing that. And they want to make sure this never happens to them. But I think this is also going to be the beginning of a commercial real estate collapse. It was already happening in slow motion, and that's going to domino into residential. Wait and see. This year, we're going to see a lot of things happen. But as XRP holders, I think we're going to come out of this year very rich. I think a lot of us are going to see life-changing money in 2024. And if you continue holding this cryptocurrency, you can get generational wealth from it if you wait long enough to get there. But like I always tell you, take profit. It will allow you to stay patient for a longer period of time. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive. Let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.